no one has heard of, but I was actually watching him while HD and Husky were doing their glorious casting, and ElParimedico has amazing fundamentals. And Silver was supposed to win that match.
Yeah, I mean, Silver definitely coming in there as the favored player. Looks like I do need to be go ahead and invite to that game. But yeah, Silver definitely supposed to be the favored player in that matchup. And it looks like we're ready for an interview, so we're going to go ahead and shoot to that right now.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on the StarCraft 2 floor here in Raleigh, North Carolina with the winner of the previous game, Nadagast versus Domadon. And we just wanted to talk a little bit about your victory. Both games, Domadon decided to open 2-gate and try to do some early pressure. How do you feel about that? And in the first game, how do you feel about that first battle?
It was a little weird. Well, the 2-gate opening was weird. Most Protoss open gate and then core, so it kind of threw me off. He had a lot more units in my ramp earlier than I'm used to. Like the three unit push at the beginning of each game on my ramp. What were you asking about the first battle in the first game?
Yeah, the first battle in the first game, you were able to split his attention by bringing a dropship into his main, and then you just ran up that front door.
Yeah, well, using dropships to harass I think is really good. I got a couple free stalker kills while they were warping in, and I was killing his pylons, which I don't know if I supply locked him, but... And then also, I went in for his probes, and I don't know, I guess I was able to still win the battle at midfield, which kind of was surprising to me, but I looked at it and... Yeah.
You played very well, and in the second game, your opponent picked Steps of War, always an indicator that your opponent wants to try something fishy, and I saw you scouting around early on to check for an in-base 2-gate proxy. You didn't see that, but your opponent, Domadon, did try to go for a proxy Stargate, and you were still able to come out on top, but go ahead and talk a little bit about your victory in that game.
Yeah, he put a proxy Stargate at about the only spot on the map that I didn't scout, I think. I scouted the entire right half of the map, and then he puts it by the left Zelnaga. I don't know, it was going fine, and then I didn't sense that he had very many units, and I didn't see enough gateways. I was really worried about a DT switch, or just getting a Dark Shrine. So I was thinking about getting a Raven, and then I saw the Void Rays in my base, and so I just started producing Vikings, and it worked out.
All right, Nadagast, looks like that bio played a lot better than mech than you thought it would. And of course, Nadagast, by the way, is the famous Warlock who plays in World of Warcraft. You're one of the best Warlocks in the world. So obviously those skills do transfer over. Any closing words?
No. Thanks to MLG for hosting this event, and thanks to NerdStomper, nerdstomper.com.
All right, back to you guys, Day 9 and JP.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be going into Game 3 between Silver and ElParimedico right now. But JP, as this game's getting started, tell us a little bit about Silver and why he's such a big dog to win this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Silver, he beat the most powerful wizard in the world, and he got a sponsorship from that. I mean, pretty much he won. He beat Idra, and because of that, everyone started noticing him after that. I mean, you beat a player like Idra, people aren't just going to push. That's not a rollover or anything.
Yeah,
people
but
are going
also
to
in
notice
that same tournament, it was like QXC, and there was another top Protoss, just all three races.
And he won. And that's the most impressive thing.
I know, and that was, again, amazing play by Silver in that tournament. Now, Silver lost Game 1. We're going directly into Game 3 right now. ElParimedico in the bottom left as the blue Protoss. Again, he is the dog in this series. But in the top right, we have Silver as the red Terran. This is an extremely intense map to finish up the series, Steps of War. Ooh, I really don't like this position too much if I'm Silver, because I have been watching ElParimedico play behind him, and his hands, his fundamentals are great.
But by hands, you mean his APM is blazing?
That's right. And his hands are very elegant.
What is the deal with you and hands?
Well,
Noni's hands are brilliant. This player's hands are brilliant. Do you have a...
I have a lot of admiration for nerd hands, and I'll talk about that in just a second, but a slightly late pylon by ElParimedico. Looks like we're also having a slightly late depot by Silver. Oh no, is he building a barracks? Oh, there it goes down. Very funky play coming out by Silver. Huge problem he's going to encounter right away. Probe coming to harass. Let's talk a little bit about hands. It's so amazing if you just stand behind a player and watch him play for 5 seconds. If you look at the way he holds his keyboards, you can make huge judgments on how he will end up succeeding in a tournament, because if he's holding his hands wrong, he's not going to get good control in those intense situations. So it does look like repelling that probe harass, and I will admit, if I'm ElParimedico here, I'm going to be surprised to see that very fast barracks coming out.
Yeah, the racks going down before the depot. Looks like ElParimedico was trying to get a little bit of harassment onto that SCV building the racks, but then he just decided to scout out what the rest of the base of his opponent to find out exactly what he's up to. Looks like gas coming down for the Protoss player right now, so we're probably going to be seeing a Cybernetics core thrown down here very soon.
Yeah, this is very weird play by Silver. Notice that he is at 12 food and already getting an orbital command. There is a Marine popping out as well, but no gas. And uh-oh, it looks like there's a bunker rush coming up by Silver, but that is a very long distance that he'll have to go. And again, ElParimedico looks like he's already sending some probes to try to kill off this SCV. He needs to hurry up. That is getting really close to done. Is he just attacking the bunker? He's chrono boosting a Zealot. That Marine is still nowhere close. I think ElParimedico should be okay. I'm a little surprised Silver is trying to pull this off.
Yeah, this is definitely very risky behavior, and ElParimedico doing the right thing, making sure that Zealot spawns on the outside of that bunker to go ahead and chase that. Oh, he's going to get the Marine. No, he does not.
He doesn't manage to get it, but you know what? This is not really going to be that big of a deal. If ElParimedico just kills off this SCV, look at that perfect timing, playing so brilliantly, getting supply blocked. Oh no, where's the pylon for ElParimedico? So huge. But of course, this attack by Silver looks like he's going to be able to salvage the bunker. Ooh, that's very, very suave. And so he's getting a good chance to put a little bit of pressure on his opponent for free.
Yeah, we do have that Marine running for his life with that Zealot. Hot on pursuit. There Silver goes, just going ahead and trying to get a couple more shots on that Zealot. And now, what is Silver going to transition into? Looks like he's throwing another Rax down. Has he gotten the tech lab? Yes, he has. Throwing down that supply depot, trying to make sure that his wall off is complete in time.
And again, this is what sets the really good players apart from those mediocre mid-level players. Again, so many people will be going for these Tech Lab Barracks plays, but it's how Silver did it. It's the fact that he got that Barracks fast for the super fast orbital command and then did that bunker rush, but was still able to salvage. Very great play.
Yeah, Stalker is coming out as well as the Warp Gate research has begun. Let's check out this Nexus. Looks like he is doing pretty good with the Chrono Boost management. Sitting at about 30 right now. It's not too high.
Yeah,
Looks like a bunker is being thrown down by Silver as he thinks that a lot of units are going to be coming soon.
Well, it's funky. I mean, he just could have walled off. I don't really know why this is that necessary, but, you know, either way, again, he can always salvage it.
Yeah, looks like that depot placed at the ramp of Silver doesn't actually wall off on either side. He just had an SCV go through the depot and the racks. So
just revealing some critical depot timing there at the front.
Yeah. Well, looks like we do have combat shield coming out from Silver right now. Nothing upgrade-wise for the Marauder. Usually you see Terran players get the early stim pack or even the early concussive shell. You never really see the combat shield being researched first.
So ElParimedico looks like he's just going for the good old 2-gate, and oh, hiding a Stargate. This is going to be so difficult to hold off. It's just going to be Marines and Ghosts, and, you know, if it's against one Void Ray, I think you're going to be okay, but once you start incorporating bigger Void Ray counts plus all those gateway units, it's tough to deal with.
Yeah, I was talking to a bunch of people. Actually, this drew quite a crowd there in the tournament area. Talking to some of the people watching the first game, and they were saying that ElParimedico had some of the best Void Ray micros that they've ever seen. So I'm very excited to see exactly what the Protoss player is going to be doing here with that Stargate.
So again, I'm loving this placement by ElParimedico, splitting his warp gates up. One scan won't spot everything, creating this nice little alleyway to funnel units. Looks like he killed off one of his own probes to free up enough food to start a Void Ray. Oops, I mean, it's always bad to get supply blocked, but if you're willing to kill your own units, not only can you build Voiders on time, but you look cool.
Yeah, he's definitely hardcore in that regard. Looks like we do have a Ghost out right now for Silver. It looks like we completely missed that Ghost Academy. And here comes a pylon, a forward pylon from ElParimedico. Moving forward here with those 3 Stalkers, 1 Sentry, and 1 Zealot, and that Void Ray is about to be finished. Looks like he is going to be chrono boosting it as well.
And no stim at all. He's getting stim. Stim is the key thing that you need to be able to kill off these Void Rays. It's JP, it's key. He needs to get stim, and it's nowhere close to done. It's at like 40%. He's having to build more bunkers. He's going to be able to deal with this. But look, charging on the pylon that he's using for the warp in. A Marine sees it. The rally point was a little bit botched, but once that gets to full charge, this supply depot that was doing nothing is now representing the cannon fodder group right now, taking a lot of damage.
Oh my God, what an amazing EMP there from Silver, hitting almost every unit.
And now he's pushing down. He has everything and target firing on the Void Ray, but again, he doesn't have stim. Why did he get combat shield first? So this is a very vulnerable spot for Silver.
Yeah, an engineering bay being thrown down so he can go ahead and throw up some missile turrets just in case. Looks like Silver is supply capped right now. Where did he actually lose that depot?
The one at the front, the one that wasn't doing anything at all. Yeah, that one definitely came back to bite him later on. And a force field. Throwing the force field down. It looks like he's going to be able to charge up. And look at these Marines just nuzzling the force field, unable to do anything. Barracks going down. The tech lab went down. Did he get stim? No, he didn't get stim. Oh my God, have I mentioned that was key yet? And now he's target firing these bunkers. Oh my god. Amazing, amazing play by ElParimedico, and just the worst possible timing right now for Silver.
We do have one missile turret up. Looks like ElParimedico is going to be falling back somewhat. Let's see if that second Void Ray is going to be out on the field right now. Hasn't actually moved it into the army composition, but looks like we do have weapons research level 1 being upgraded right now.
Oh, huge blunders for Silver. 2 engineering bays being thrown down in the midst of the pressure, faltering a little bit, but going to the income station looks like not producing that many probes. Tanks are out right now. That's going to help in the defense a lot. Siege mode is only just